you agree? And with that, we do need to adapt our presentation skills to fit this new platform. Now, as Toastmasters continue to grow, even in the virtual platform, I'm quite sure that the founder of Toastmasters International, Mr. Ralph C. Smedley, could never have imagined almost 100 years ago that this would be the way we present to each other today. Now, it is my duty as TME to highlight the history of Toastmasters to our guests and members. But as our president has asked us to be creative today, I'm doing something completely out of my comfort zone. I've written a song, yes, and I'm going to be presenting it in a rap. Are you ready for this?
Yes, yes.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's called the Toastmasters High.
Rap. Yo. Cool mama.
I'm sorry, I need to start again. I'm sorry, I need to start again. I'm nervous.
No worries.
Hey,
cool mama.
Lila, you can do it.
Yeah, you can do it.
In 1924, a guy opened the door to a club we now adore. Love or hate it, give me more. We're Toastmasters. His name was Mr. Smedley. Get on Google for his story. It's self-explanatory. But wait, I'm TME. We're Toastmasters.
Toastmasters.
Santa Ana, California. It's global now. I tell you, more than 16,000 clubs. Let's go hop and say what's up. We're Toastmasters. It's a major speaking hub, so come on and get on up. It's okay, give it a try. Hey, I get it if you're shy. We're Toastmasters.
Toastmasters.
Giving speeches is our mission, and then evaluation, men and women, young and old. Just make sure you enroll in Toastmasters.
Toastmasters.
Hi.
Whoa.
Hi. We're Toastmasters.
Yo,
Come and join
yo.
with me. Come on.
We're
Toastmasters.
Toastmasters. We're Toastmasters.
We're Toastmasters.
We're
Awesome.
Toastmasters.
Thank you so much.
Awesome.
With more than
Awesome.
16,400 clubs and in more than 141 countries, the order of a Toastmasters meeting remains the same today. We will, first of all, hear speeches by members and guests in table topics and prepared speeches. Second, we will hear evaluations of those speeches. And third, we will hear the reports given by the role players for the evening. And on that note, I would like to invite the role players for the evening to introduce themselves and tell us about their roles. Can I first invite the grammarian, Robin? Robin?
Yes, good evening, Toastmasters of the evening. Hello, everyone, Toastmasters, friends, guests.
Hi.
How have you guys been?
Good.
Well, my role as a grammarian is to ensure that the English language is upheld at all times. And as we go forth for this session, I would like to introduce to all of you the word of the day, as you can see behind me. It's innovate. It's about taking something and improving on it and building upon it further. That's the meaning of innovate. So as an example, what you can do with that word is like what Kuti has just done, our Toastmasters of the evening. She has just taken this meeting to one level higher. That's innovation at its best. I love it. And the theme of the day is unleash your creativity. Well, creativity is not an animal, but unleashing it looks like one. So the word of the day is you're encouraged to use the word of the day along the way as you speak throughout, whether you're talking or delivering a speech or just passing a comment, if you can, I will be taking note of how many times we use the how many times each of them, every one of us use the word of the day. All right, you are encouraged to do it as frequent as you can for tonight. Back to you, Toastmasters of the evening.
Thank you, Robin. Next, I'd like to invite the timekeeper, Siva Jyoti.
Good evening, fellow TME, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I'm Siva Jyoti and the timekeeper. The purpose of timekeeping is to ensure that each meeting runs according to schedule. In particular, the table topic session, assignment speeches, and evaluation sessions are kept to timing. And we are now doing virtual meetings, and we have innovated and we have done timekeeping with virtual screens changes. So you will see green screen when you have 1 minute left, yellow screen when you have 1.5 minutes left, and red screen when the time is up. And that is the additional 30 seconds, which is after the time is up. Thank you.
Thank you, Siva Jyoti. Next, I'd like to invite the R counter, Raja Indar Putra or Rippy.
Thank you, Kuti. Okay, the purpose of the R counter is to tabulate and highlight a speaker's speech crutches such as R's, duplicated or too often spoken words. Example, the, you know, you see, okay, la, etc. That you do not have any meaning in the speech. It is imperative that the R counter be attentive throughout the meeting. Over to you, TME.
Thank you, Rippy. Now, last but not least, I would like to introduce a very important role player, our general evaluator and distinguished Toastmaster and District 51 Club Growth Director, Ms. Grace Chan Hui. Ms. Grace has been a member for the past 16 years. She has held prominent positions in Toastmasters and has made remarkable achievements over the years, namely President twice, VPM twice, VPE, Treasurer, Area Governor, TLI Chair, and Division P Director of the Year Award. Her current role is Club Growth Director, and moving forwards, she will be taking on the role as Program Quality Director. It is my pleasure to invite Ms. Grace Chan Hui. Over to you, Ms. Grace.
Thank you so much, Kuti. Mr. President, fellow Toastmasters and guests. First of all, I'd like to thank Luis for inviting me to this meeting. This is my first attendance for this meeting, and I know, and I heard so much about this meeting. I really look forward for this meeting. And my role today as the General Evaluator is to observe and listen and to give my feedback. What are the areas that this club has done well and what are the areas that this club can improve? So I shall present my General Evaluator report towards the end of the meeting. Over to you, Toastmaster of the evening, Kuti.
Thank you so much, Ms. Grace Chan. Thank you to all the role players for your introductions. Now, the theme of our meeting today is about unleashing your creativity. I'm sure we have had to unleash some of that creativity during our months of isolation during the MCO, either learning a new skill or trying a new dish, or maybe even writing a winning speech. And what better way to unleash some of that creativity than to do a speech right now? So we're going to go on with table topics, and to tell you more about this, I'd like to introduce Ho Carmen, undertaking the role as table topics master for the first time. Ho Carmen, over to you.
Thank you very much, Kuti. Good evening, fellow Toastmaster and also guests. My name is Ho Carmen. Today, my role as a table topic master is to set up a creative platform to each of you here to improve your impromptu speaking ability. So today, I will strongly encourage our fellow guests to take up this role as it will benefit in terms of your communications. So because our theme is Unleash the Creativity, I have prepared a creativity topics and will highly encourage our volunteer to speak on the topic for 1 to 2 minutes. Okay, so now let me brief you on the timing. So when you speak, right, actually you can pin on our pretty timekeeper, Miss Jyoti. You can see her, right? All right. So over here, when it's the first 1 minute, actually you will see the green light. So Jyoti, can you show them? Thank you very much, Jyoti. Then for the next 1 and 30 seconds, right, you will see the amber light. All right, yeah. And then the 2 minutes, you will see the red light. Okay. So when you see the red light, no need to panic. You need to know you have another 30 seconds for you to wrap up. So for over here, if you would like to try to pick up as a volunteer, please give me a volunteer reactions, the thumbs up in your virtual reaction there. So I will know that you are the volunteer. So can I, without further ado, can I invite the first volunteer?
Cool.
Natam.
Yeah, I saw one. Is it Natam?
Yes.
Yes, okay, very good, Natam. All right, so let me share with you. Since today our topic is creativity, I also have a creativity way for you. So in the numbers of 1 to 7, can you please choose one number? Hello, Nada. Hi, Nadam. Are you online? Okay. All right. Nadam, are you here? I think Nadam is not in the line right now. Okay, can I invite for the another volunteer?
Robin. Right? No, sorry.
Yeah, you just need to show on your thumbs reaction. Yeah, the virtual thumbs. That will know you will like to take up the first volunteer.
Jin.
Okay, I saw Jean. All right, Jean, from number 1 to 7, please choose one.
Okay, I'll just go for lucky 7.
Lucky 7. Okay. Right.
I don't know how lucky I am.
All right, Jean, a creative life is an amplifier life. A creative life is an amplifier life. Jean.
All right, so a creative life is an amplified life. Can you imagine life as it is without any elements of creativity? Starting from the simple light in the house. Imagine how it would be like if we were still using the famous light bulb that Thomas Edison created back then. Attracting flies, attracting ants, versus the very cool LED downlight that now we have that can even change moods change lights according to the mood that you have. Or maybe even the type of food that we have today. Evolutions of KFC, from how it used to be all powdered and, well, just battered fried chicken, to 72 herbs and spices nowadays. Creativity amplifies life tremendously, brings in innovations and also a lot of sparks to our lives. I am a foodie myself, so a lot of my examples are going to be coming from the angles of food. Think about the very simple pound cake that we all grew up with. If you grew up back in the 1960s, 70s, and 80s, you'll be very familiar with the thing called the chiffon cake. Chiffon cake used to be just cake itself. And now, as things have evolved, people start to make it into fruit flans. People have started to make things into compost of fruits and things. Just basically adding little things, twists and stuff to spice up life and make things just feel, ooh, little bits of secrets just makes so much more differences in the things that we enjoy, in how we see life as it is today. Without any sense of creativity and innovation, I'm afraid that life is going to be as dull as the wall I have behind me, while everyone over here I can see embraces virtual backgrounds, which makes, the level of creativity in the meeting itself, how cheerful it is. In fact, I'm very impressed by how Jyoti is using virtual backgrounds to control the time. So there it is, innovation at its very best in amplifying life. Thank you very much.
Woo!
Woo! Can we give a round of applause to Jean? Yeah, thank you, Jean, to be our first volunteer to take up this challenge. All right, can I have a second volunteer for our table topic? Don't be shy, my friend. You just show me. Okay, I see our John. Okay, John. All right.
Hello. Hi.
Yeah, hi. From the number except of number lucky 7, please choose one number.
I have lucky number 4.
Lucky number 4. All right. Okay, John. The imagination is powerful. The imagination is powerful, John.
Thank you very much, Carmen, for that very imaginative table topic session. All right, the imagination is powerful. Definitely, I would agree to that. In fact, the most powerful weapon in this world is nothing more than the power of the human's imagination. And why do I say that? Because without creativity, where are we today? Correct or not? So, for example, if if back in the time where Rafsi Smedley's meeting, I'm not sure how they conducted their table topic session last time. But what I can tell you this is that it is definitely not as good as what you are doing at this point in time, Carmen. For the simple fact is at that time, they do not have Zoom meeting yet. So you see, the imagination and the creativity of human has taken us so far in life. And even today, as we face the COVID-19 pandemic, we are able to conduct our life just the way it is without being impacted that much from this pandemic. Why? It's because through creativity, we have created so many technology that we are able to bypass and to prevent, to go on with our life without being impacted much by this virus. Imagine if this virus were to hit us, say, 20 years ago. I believe life is going to be very, very bad, isn't it? You do not have internet and you do not have anything to pass your time. So I totally agree with your question, Carmen, that the imagination is a very powerful weapon. And I hope that all of us here would unleash our imagination and start creating new things. And especially in Toastmasters as well, I see that every year in terms of the international speech contest, we see people, contestants, creating newer ways to contest in their speeches. But the message is the same, but they are coming up with new ways to do it. So I believe that creativity and imagination will take us very far. Back to you, Carmen.
Thank you very much, John. Can we give a round of applause to John? Yeah, can we like to invite our third volunteer? Okay, I show a thumbs up from our Nancy and also Natham, right? All right, am I pronouncing your name correctly?
My name is Nathamon.
Yeah, Nathamon. Okay, very good. So I would like to ask you, aside from number 7 and number 4, please choose one number for your table topic.
Which number is my option?
1, 2, 3, 5, and 6 is your option.
Okay, I choose number 1. Please.
Number 1, okay. All right. Nathamon, the comfort zone is the great enemy of creativity. The comfort zone is the great enemy of creativity. Nathamon.
Okay, yes, very agree. The comfort zone is something blocks our creativity, such as like suppose we are easy and happy with our routine life, we will not invent a new product, a new service, a new thing that make people like get more comfortable and easier. Like because we think nowadays is very good. It's not no need to like make something better or try to get a new thing, invent a new thing, or try to have any figure without a big dream. When people get some satisfied and happy what they already have, already be, all the thing in the world would not happen because they just feel like it's okay for them now. So we will not have, like a new technology, a new application, a new innovate things happen in the world. 4G, 5G, we will not have. We cannot travel around the world. We will not have a rocket. We will not have anything because we already it already fulfill us with a box of comfort zone. That's why I really love, like people who have imagination, creativity, and try to take risks and get out of their comfort zone because of people like that will change the world. They are not, they are star seeds. They create a new thing and it's not normal to see people like that. So imagination is important than knowledge. That's why we have this quote happen in the world from Einstein. So that's like imagination, creativity is important. Yes, and I hate comfort zone. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Natamon. Can we give a round of applause to Natamon? All right, yeah. Just now I saw Nancy, right? Nancy. So from 1 to 7, which one would you like to choose?
Okay. Number 1.
Number 1 already chosen by our Natamon. So you can choose 2, 3, 5, and 6.
Number 3.
Number 3, okay. All right, Nancy, every day is an opportunity to be creative. Every day is an opportunity to be creative, Nancy.
Every day is an opportunity to be creative. This is clearly demonstrated by our meeting today. All our role players today has been thinking out of the box and doing something that is totally different from our normal Toastmasters meeting. I must say that all our members have really innovated and brought the standard of our Toastmasters meeting to new height. In our life, every day there is opportunity for us to be creative and to learn something new. Take MCO for example. How many of us has imagined that MCO has brought out the hidden talent in us? Suddenly, we heard that someone has become a chef, someone has become an expert in bakery. And for Toastmasters members like us, we are becoming masters in Zoom meeting.
Yeah.
So in life, there are always opportunity for us to be creative and find ways to go out of our comfort zone and to improve ourselves and lead us to greater height. Back to you, Carmen.
Thank you very much, Nancy. Please give a round of applause to Nancy. All right, Jyoti, do we still have time for the next one?
Yeah, you have.
Yeah,
One
okay,
more,
thank you very much. Can I have the last volunteer for our table topic? All right, I saw Angela, right? Okay, Angela. So which number would you like to choose?
You have 1 or 5, is that
1, yeah, 1, 3, 4, 7.
Okay, I take number
2 or 6.
Okay, I take number 1.
Number 1 already
I
took it.
think 1 had taken by me.
What is left?
You left
1.
2 or 6?
2 or 6. Okay, I take 2.
Angela?
Yes, number 2.
Number 2, all right. Okay. Angela, creativity is allowing yourself to make mistake. Creativity is allowing yourself to make mistake. Angela.
Without mistakes, we don't move forward. Creativity takes you out of the comfort zone, as we have just heard. It is something that you dare to do. You dare to do new things. You dare to do visual. In that respect, it is always a challenge. And as you are not prepared and you are going ad hoc into a kind of adventure, indeed, you may make mistakes. But those mistakes are not holding you back from succeeding. They may just be one of the stepping stones to the next level in defining yourself, defining your creativity, defining where you have to change, how you have to adapt, and how you may have to rethink. But without creativity, you would not dare to go anywhere else. You would stick to your habitual work life, personal life. It would mean that maybe you would have pasta and tomato sauce every day, but carbonara, you've never made it. But if you don't start it, and maybe you make mistakes, but maybe the mistakes will just lead to an extraordinary dish, which is not the typical carbonara, but the carbonara a la Carmen, for example. In that respect, yes, go ahead, make mistakes, because without mistakes, you won't step ahead. You won't become stronger, and you won't become leaders and setting new stepstones. Back to you, Carmen.
Thank you very much, Angela. Please give a round of applause to Angela. All right. Thank you very much for all our volunteers for today. All right. Thank you very much. Okay. Back to you, Kuti.
Thank you, Carmen. Let's give Carmen and all the speakers a round of applause. Before we move on, let's make a vote for the best table topic speaker, which you should be seeing in a poll on your screen.
Sorry, I think there's some issue with these with the polling in Zoom. I'm not sure what happens. It's very simple. All you need to do is just private message me. Who do you think is your preferred candidate? All right. Maybe okay. Okay, what I'm going to do is very simple.
Polling is up.
The polling is up, you know.
Oh, the polling is up. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. So I thought this.
Only co-hosts cannot vote. Sorry, co-hosts will need to send vote to Luis.
Okay, thank you. I think it's probably my account problem then.
All right, we're voting now.
Okay.
Vote for me.
Just in case you didn't receive the poll, you just private message me the name that you think you think is best table topic.
Okay. Now that the voting is done, next we move on to another exciting segment of a Toastmasters meeting, the project speeches. Now, for the benefit of our new members and guests, speeches are prepared based on the Toastmasters education program, the Pathways program, designed to help you build and develop your communication and leadership skills. There are 11 pathways altogether. If you look at your agenda on page 3, you will see all the 11 different pathways. And it should be every member's goal to develop and challenge themselves through the assignments given in these pathways. Members are encouraged to achieve completion of the unique projects in their respective pathways. So you will always have something to work towards. Now, personally, for me, it may seem like I've been giving a lot of speeches, but that's because I always take on roles in meetings, and also because I've been concentrating on the International and Humorous Speech Contest late last year and this year. But to be honest, I'm embarrassed to say that I haven't even gone past level 1 in my pathways. So don't be like Kuti, be like the next few speakers tonight. Okay, so for the first speaker tonight, we have Sean Tan making his first speech after his icebreaker. But first, I'd like to invite Shumaila as the evaluator for the speech to read out the speech objectives. Over to you, Shumaila.
All right. Good evening, everyone. This is Shmaila, the VPE, and I am going to evaluate Sean today. So the purpose of this project is for the member to present a speech on any topic, receive feedback, and apply the feedback to a second speech. The purpose of this speech is for the member to present a speech and receive feedback from the evaluator. Thank you.
Thank you to the evaluator, Shumaila. Can I now invite the general evaluator, Grace Chan, to read the evaluation notes to the evaluator? Thank you.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster of the evening, Kuti. Shumaila, the member of Sean rather has spent time writing a speech to present in this club meeting. Sean will deliver a well-organized speech on any topic. You are to focus on Sean's speaking style. Be sure to recommend improvements that Sean can apply to the next speech.
Sure.
The speech may be humorous, informative, or any style that Sean chooses. Sean will ask you to evaluate his second speech at a future meeting. Over to you, Kuti.
Thank you. Our third speaker, Sean Tan, is a barrister at law from London's Lincoln Inn. He is a partner in a law firm and also CEO of Beep Beep Nation, Sdn Bhd, whose aim is to make the world a kinder, better place through its suite of unique products and services. Speaking today after his icebreaker a few weeks ago, his speech is about discovering the 3 universal principles that will enable you to be even more successful in your career and business within days and weeks. So without any further delay, please welcome Sean Tan. Standing out, Sean Tan.
Thank you, Kuti. I love your rapping just now. So now it's my turn, although I'm not a rapper. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, almost about 20 years ago, when I first started working as a lawyer, I stumbled upon a very powerful formula that enabled me to not only stand out from my peers, but also double my income within a couple of years. This formula can be applied by anyone to significantly increase their income, whether you are an employee or you're an entrepreneur. So there are just 3 principles within this formula. They are very effective on their own, but if you use all 3 of them together, you will have an unbeatable combination that will serve you very well. And most people have no idea what they are. So what are these 3 principles? Right? So listen carefully. The first principle is be valuable. All of us have some value to someone. If you have a job, we are hired because of our technical expertise. However, I'm not talking about the value in our technical expertise. I'm talking about providing value beyond our technical expertise to the company we're working for. So if we can suggest or implement ideas that will increase our company's profits in some way or reduce the overhead significantly, we will automatically become more valuable than just possessing technical expertise alone. For example, I managed to automate my legal firm processes and cut down its overheads by at least 30%. That is very significant. And I use computers and special software to achieve this. Now remember, I was doing legal work for the firm. I wasn't an IT automation consultant. But because I went the extra mile, I became much more valuable to them. And they compensated me as a result. And they did it very well by doubling my income within 2 years. And by the 3rd year, they gave me a profit sharing arrangement. Be valuable. That is the first principle. The second principle is be likable. If you are likable, we have a better chance of being chosen over our peers, either for a job or for a job promotion. We know this is true because we ourselves have chosen to buy things from the people that we like, even if their products sometimes cost more than their competitors. But I'm not talking about pleasing everybody, which is impossible. I'm talking about increasing our likability or our appeal to many more people. And there are many ways to do this. Being valuable alone, which is the first principle, can also make us more likable. But another way to do it is to master the art of conversations. Frequently, when we are talking to somebody, we tend to speak more often than listen to the other person. This is actually a mistake because the person who's talking to an attentive listener would like the listener more than another person who's competing with him to tell the most interesting stories. So generally, you want to listen more than speak in a conversation because you're always conversing with somebody every day. You want to try to master this skill. The same way we are all trying to master presentation techniques in Toastmasters. So be likable. That's the second principle. The third principle is be noticed. If you are valuable and we are likable, but few people know that we exist, we're unlikely to go very far. But the good news is this: you don't need to be noticed by everyone, only by those who matter. Those who matter need only be 10 people or even one person. It could be your CEO. We should not be selective in applying these three principles or in applying this third principle, because we should apply them to everyone we meet, because among them will be those who matter to us. So when I was working for an IT company, every one of the 210 employees knew who I was. Every single one. If you've worked for a big company before, you know that this is quite a feat, because it's very hard to meet every single employee, as we will likely be working in different buildings. So how did I achieve this? Simply by volunteering to send out my company's newsletter through email. This is a task that takes up more of my time and does not pay me any extra. So before I took over, the newsletter will be sent out every 2 or 3 months. When I took over, I sent out the newsletter every single week, because the newsletter also contains important announcements. Every single employee of the company would open it up, and that's how everyone knew who I was. As a result, I started getting calls from headhunters to join their clients, even though I wasn't targeting the headhunters. Obviously, some of my newsletters were forwarded to somebody else, and it got to their attention. One company even gave me the equivalent of a blank check to fill in as my monthly salary, and this is a true story. But I didn't take up the offer because at that time, I decided to become an entrepreneur. So I would then use the same three principles for my business, and they have served me very well by then. So there you have it. Very simple formula consisting of 3 powerful principles that anyone can follow. Won't you try it out? There is nothing to innovate here. I didn't create any of those. It's just a discovery that I've made, and now it's here for you. Thank you. So back to you, Madam Toastmasters.
Thank you, Sean.
Yeah.
I think we can all use these principles, yeah, no matter where we are in life. Be valuable, be likable, be noticed. Nice one. Our second speaker is Elena Teo. But before I introduce the speaker, can I please invite Project Speech Evaluator, Advanced Communicator Bronze, Advanced Leadership Bronze, John Ng from Bayambaru TMC to read out the speech objectives. Over to you, John.
Thank you very much, Toastmasters Kuti. Today, Toastmasters Elena Teo will be attempting her project in the Visionary Communicator Manual. And the speech title is Life is But a Dream. And the purpose statement is for her to practice using vocal variety to enhance a speech. Timer, please take note, the time is 5 to 7 minutes. Elena Teo, the stage is all yours.
Thank you, John. Before we invite Elena, can I please invite the General Evaluator, Grace Chan, to read the evaluation notes to the evaluator. Over to you, Grace.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster of the evening, Kuti. John, during the completion of this project, Elena spent time developing or improving her vocal variety. Elena will present a well-organized speech on any topics. Listen for how Elena uses her voice to communicate and enhance the speech. The speech may be humorous, informational, or any style she chooses. The speech is not about a report on the content of Understanding Vocal Varieties project. Use the speech profile resource to complete your evaluation. All the best to you, Elena, and over to you, Toastmasters of the evening, Kuti.
Thank you, Grace. I'm excited to bring out our next speaker. With this speech, Elena is completing the Visionary Communicator Level 2. Taking on the project about understanding vocal variety, Elena is developing her understanding of vocal variety by sharing snippets of her life through a variety of literature. So, are you ready? Elena Teo, Life is But a Dream. Life is But a Dream, Elena Teo.
Put gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. That was the song I sing to my 3 children, Sean, Suzanne, and Shuli, as long as 16 and a half years ago. My children bring me tons of joy. They gave me the best dreams and changed the course of my life. I do miss my dating era. I recall many young, handsome men who admire my beauty recite me poems that shows great admiration of my beauty. One of them was Sonnet 18 by William Shakespeare. Those were my younger days' dreams. Here is part of the poem, which I still love. Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Thou art more lovely and more temperate. Rough winds do shake the darling buds of May. Summer's leaves have all too short a day. Sometime too hot the eye of heaven shines, and often is his gold complexion dim. And every fair from fair sometime declines by chance, or nature's changing course untrimmed. But thy eternal summer shall not fade. Ah, I was deeply touched by those words of admiration. More than 20 years later, is my beauty still captivating?
Yeah.
Yes. I share with you my past dreams. Let's innovate for our future dreams. George Floyd's killing was a bad dream. Dr. Martin Luther King's Jr. greatest speech, I have a dream, should remind us how life is but a dream. Here is the highlight of his speech, I have a dream. So even though we face the difficulties of today and tomorrow, I still have a dream. It is a dream deeply rooted in the American dream. I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up, live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold this truth to be self-evident that all men are created equal. I have a dream that one day my children will live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today. I have a dream that one day, down in Alabama, with its vicious racists, with its governor having his lips dripping with the words of interposition and nullification, right there in Alabama, little black boys and black girls will be able to join hands with little white boys and white girls.
as brothers and sisters. I have a dream today. I have a dream that one day every valley shall be exalted, every hill and mountain shall be made low, all the rough places will be made plain, and the crooked place will be made straight. I've shared with you my past dreams, singing nursery rhyme to my children, row, row, row a boat, and recite Sonnet 18 by William Shakespeare. And how I envision my future. I innovate my dreams on my future through the inspiring speech, I have a dream. Eleanor Roosevelt once said, the future belongs to those who believe the beauty of their dreams. Everyone has a dream, a story to tell. Share your dreams so we can innovate and achieve our dreams together. Back to you, Toastmaster Kuti.
Thank you, Elena. Woo. Wow. What an interesting way to share moments of your life with us through nursery rhyme, Shakespeare's sonnets, and one of the greatest speeches of all time by Martin Luther King Jr. Even after decades, we are still moved by these examples of great literature. Thank you, Elena. Now, let's row, row, row our boat to the third speaker of the night, Advanced Communicator Gold, Advanced Leader Bronze, Adino Ong. But before we begin, I'd like to invite the evaluator for Adino's speech, Advanced Communicator Gold, Advanced Leader Bronze, Sherry Weimer. Over to you, Sherry.
Thank you. The purpose of this project is for the member to apply his leadership and planning knowledge to develop a project plan, organize a guidance committee, and implement the plan with the help of a team. The purpose of this second speech is for the member to share some aspect of his experience completing the project. All the best to you tonight, Adino. I'm so proud of you for getting to this last project towards GTM. Back to you, Kuti.
Thank you, Sherry. Adino is undertaking the High Performance Leadership Project, and I would like to highlight that this is the penultimate project in Toastmasters before he achieves the Distinguished Toastmaster title. For his HPL project, Adino led a team of trainers against 2 other teams in a 6-month quest to learn and apply the elements that make up a trainer. They called themselves Team Dynamite. So, did they blow their competition out of the water, or did they blow up their leader? Here's Adino to tell us about his experience. Over to you, Adino Ong, leading a dynamite team. Leading a dynamite team, Adino Ong.
Yes, thank you so much, Kuti. Can you all hear me, and can you see the slide in front of you?
Yep.
Yes.
Yes, yes, Adino.
Okay, so let me start. Have you ever had an email that you were not excited to read? 3 months ago, this appeared in my work inbox. I'll show this. Subject, Microsoft Teams. Do we need it? Hi, Adino. This is frustrating. This seems to be complicating something that should be simple. What is the overarching benefit of using Microsoft Teams, which some of us don't even have access to, when we have several other methods of communication readily and easily available? After all, we have been communicating effectively as a team up until this point. Surely our time could be better used. Kind regards. I like this. Kind regards, Marie Germont, Senior Training Specialist. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Toastmasters and guests, when you have dynamite in your team, you're in for an adventure. Now that email came in the 4th month of our team quest. And to understand how we weathered this storm, let me just bring you back to our very first meeting, when we first formed. We had 6 members who dialed in from Sydney to Singapore, KL to Colorado. Yeah, 6 of us. And as a leader, I set out to achieve 4 items on our first agenda, our first meeting, our first agenda. The first was this, icebreaker. I asked them to think about something that made them go wow. and we wanted to hear from everyone. So everyone shared amazing stuff, and I was mind blown myself. So that was number one, icebreaker, check. Number two, we wanted a team name for ourselves. Now, we were a relatively small team, and because we were a relatively small team, someone said, we should be Dynamite. We should be Team Dynamite. Why? Because Dynamite is small, but impactful, yeah? And I thought, that's not my first choice. But you know what? The team wants it, we'll go with it. After all, these people seem like high performers, and why not? Check. Number two. Number three, team ritual. What is a team ritual? Team ritual is essentially something like a physical gesture that you could do to start a meeting or to end the meeting with. And very quickly, the team decided, let's go with mind blown, this gesture of mind blown. And I'm like, that's interesting, that's creative, that's innovative. Let's go with it. So check. Item number 4, discuss learnings and applications. We were studying some material online about how to become a good trainer. And so we were supposed to discuss learnings and applications in our first meeting itself. Now my mind said, let's go, we got to do this. Within this 1 hour, let's go, go, go. But my heart said, you know, things are going good here. Let's go with the flow a little bit. Let's take time and build community first. And so that's what I did. I decided to follow my heart. We deepened our relationships in friendships on that day itself. The good news is the momentum of that first meeting helped us set the norm for subsequent meetings. Yeah. And our meetings were often filled with mind-blowing insights. And a lot of times we would talk about the things that inspire us as trainers and how we've applied these things in our own training. So mind-blowing insights and a lot of mind-blowing gestures all the time. And that was great. That was how our meetings were. And looking back, I learned that it was important in the early stages of our forming as a team to intentionally build a close-knit community of dynamite performers. Yeah, because ultimately friends will help friends learn and friends get things going. So you don't have to worry about momentum when you got friends working together, right? But you might ask, what about that email? How did you handle that, right? Well, I took a deep breath, okay? How can you not take a deep breath? I took a deep breath and then I made some phone calls. I sought to understand how or what else was going on in this person's life, you know, what was going on in their work that was causing them stress. And then I said in a reply email, hi Marie, look, I'm sorry for the frustration that I've caused you. I did some quick research and I would like to recommend Microsoft OneNote as a team collaboration tool instead of Microsoft Teams. Now, OneNote already resides on your computer, and so can you please give it a try? Sincerely, Adino. So I learned that during that storming period, I learned the importance of empathy. Empathy, it helped me. It helped me to resolve conflicts, that conflict. It helped me to communicate better. Empathy largely helped me change the weather in my team. So fast forward 3 months later, and after a ton of collaboration on OneNote, yeah, Team Dynamite delivered a mind-blowing, I kid you not, a mind-blowing presentation. We had stories, we demonstrated the application of what we had learned. We were supremely well rehearsed. Our competition came nowhere close to where we were at as a team. And so Team Dynamite emerged the outright winner by a landslide. Yeah, and we received points worth about 600 ringgit each. A week after we won, we met for our final meeting. And there in our final meeting, we relived the happiness of winning the competition, and also we shared what we were going to do with the points that we had earned. So Doug wanted to buy a watch. Jennifer wanted to get a Dyson hairdryer. Marie wanted an air purifier. Alana wanted to save up for a holiday. Crystal wanted an Apple Watch. And myself, I wanted a cool pair of Beats headphones. That's what I wanted. Yeah. And so in that last meeting, we also analyzed the anatomy of our journey, which is the forming, the storming, the norming, and the performing. Yeah, what we did, we studied that, we studied how we did things and how we worked together as a team, what worked and what didn't. And then finally, I called for individuals to give me comments or give the team comments or critique. I invited them as honestly as I could. And finally, I stood up and essentially gave people individually praises for their specific contributions. So looking back, I would say that the final meeting was very important. The adjourning, the beyond the performing, the adjourning period, the final meeting was very important for recognizing the individuals in our team, but also to facilitate a time that we can discuss insights and learn and to grow. So ladies and gentlemen, Toastmasters, friends, strong starts and strong endings matter. Like a good speech benefits from a spark at the start and a bang at the end, so leadership in teams benefits similarly. Now, I had a good start with Team Dynamite. It helped me steer my team through the storm, into the norm, and ultimately to perform. So whether you are a trainer, whether you are a speaker or a leader, this is what I've learned. Start with a spark, end with a bang. And with that, back to you, Kuti.
Thank you, Adino. Sounds like you are one firecracker of a leader in this blowing quest, and it seems like everyone learned a lot from this experiment. Thank you for sharing a part of your work with us. Thank you to all three speakers with their compelling topics. Let's unmute our mics and give them all a round of applause. Sean, Elena, and Adino. With that, we will now make our votes for the best project speech of the evening. Is the poll up?
Okay.
I
Is
see
it up?
it.
Yep.
Does,
Okay.
does everyone see the poll? Okay, you can cast your votes now. Yeah, they have worked hard to not just craft their speeches, but are making great effort to progress through their pathways. So you have all definitely inspired me to get moving with my own pathways. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, we will now have a short break for 10 minutes so that we can stretch our legs, grab a drink, go to the little girls' or boys' rooms and unleash whatever that needs unleashing. I'll see you back here at 9 p.m. No, that's not exactly 10 minutes, but yeah. Right, my clock is not showing the right time. Okay, anyway, around 10 minutes, okay? If you're not walking away from the screen, you can just hang around and chat with us, no problem.
Let's have a group photo, shall we, before we go for the
Okay.
break? Yep.
All right.
So we'll be back at 9 p.m. at 9 o'clock, right, Kuti?
Yes.
All right, cool. So can I have everyone to, look at the screen and, give the most creative gestures that you could think of. And our photographer, Ripi, will do the print screen on that.
She will do the rap.
So Ripi, you can tell us, do the countdown for us.
Okay, everyone okay? All right, I have to take a few because there are a few screens to cover, a lot of people today. All right, another one.
I'm scratching nose.
Okay. Okay. All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll see you at 9 p.m. You can have a short break or you can stay here, right?
Okay, see you later.
We'll have some pretty cool song. If you guys want to, you guys want to nominate a song, it's
Kuti, share with us the lyrics.
Wow, can request song one. This is really DJ, man.
Let's sing the rap with Kuti.
Oh yeah, that's really cool. I think Kuti should do that as a
Really? Are you serious?
It's so echoable, you know, Kuti?
anchor.
Masters.
Did you all notice that she set up her studio, right? Just you know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That rap song actually comes from an actual rap song that I really like listening to. Is by Gucci Mane, Bruno Mars, and Kodak Black, called "Wake Up in the Sky." I can hear my daughter jing
Nadia?
right now in the bedroom. Oh my God! Sorry, Nadia. Did I embarrass you?
Yeah, Nadia. I'm sure you can do a better job than your mommy.
No, she did really well.
Awesome. We should do a duet.
Okay.
Edmund, how are you, Edmund? Okay. Yeah.
Fast forward to 18, we are more than lovers. Yeah, we are all we need when we're holding each other. I'm taken back to 2002. Yeah, dancing on the hood in the middle of the woods of an old Mustang, where we sang songs with all our childhood friends. And it went like this, say, oops, I got I'm promising you bye. Hold up, if you wanna go and take a ride with me, better hit me, baby.
Hi, Elena.
Okay, I want to try something new. Try to be innovative, right?
Right.
I think I need to exit and come back, so you approve me again, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
What are you gonna do? Rap? Can you imagine Elena rapping? She needs to wear a cap backwards.
It's gonna be really inspiring rap, though.
Oh yeah.
I have a dream, yo.
I have a dream down in Alabama. I ain't no grandmama, because I'm from Alabama.
So Edmund, how's your experience so far?
I have to learn.
Wait, cannot hear Edmund.
Edmund, you have to go closer to the mic. You have to go closer to the mic.
Yeah, no, it's like everyone is presenter. I got so much to learn.
Come and join us, Edmund.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Well, some of us can't wait to go back to the physical setting. I'm not sure when would that be, but I think it will be pretty.
We have
soon.
less guests though. Hey.
Oh yeah.
Liza, we didn't hear from Lisa. Hey,
Lisa. Hello, hi. Okay, actually I'm from Malaysia, but I'm now because of lockdown, I'm in Singapore, and actually I'm joining Toastmaster in Singapore because actually I stay in Johor.
Oh.
But it's quite good to know that Malaysia also have a very cool Toastmaster club.
Oh, better.
I know.
Sorry.
Sorry, the Singapore bit. We also
Sorry.
quite casual.
No. Actually, I'm from Johor. Okay, so I try to find a Toastmaster, but I cannot find in Johor, so that's why I run to Singapore.
Oh, like that.
But it's quite surprising me when I saw that Louise is actually her number is in +60, which is in Malaysia. So it's quite impressed. Seriously.
Louis is very impressive all the time.
Of course, yes.
It must be because of my hair, lah.
He's internationally famous nowadays.
Welcome, Lisa from Singapore or Malaysia or from Singapore.
Actually, nationality I'm an Indonesian.
Oh, bisa.
What? Okay, Indonesian
So
live in
don't ask me.
Johor.
Actually I become a minister of ASEAN, but yeah, they haven't approved me yet.
Oh,
Just
Nice.
joking.
wow.
Yeah. So Indonesian by nationality, staying in Malaysia with a Singaporean mother and locked down in Singapore now. Yeah, that's the story.
Oh dear.
All right.
Cool. Elena, we can see what you're doing. That's very interesting. What's that?
Hey, how you do that, Elena? Oh, how you do that? How you do that?
Wow, amazing thing.
Yeah, Elena.
How you do that, Elena?
Wow.
Hey,
She don't have please.
Teach us, Elena, how you do that?
Oh, okay. I just learned. I just stumbled upon this today because on Friday I attended an online meeting. So I saw someone has a timer with. So it seems like you can create your own frame. Like like this. I'm talking, speaking in front of an audience.
Wow.
It is a software. So there's in the internet, the software I use is you
Can you share,
Wait.
share with us?
It's so nice.
No. Share it on the Pro Speaker platform.
Yeah. Share it in our Pro Speakers group.
Never mind. Let her speak first. Tell us all about it.
Just kidding.
Listen first, talk second.
Yes.
Sorry, Madam President.
Okay, I'm still learning, but it does consume a lot of resources on my laptop. So just now, my Zoom didn't work well, so I have to log out and come back in again. So it's another software packed into Zoom. So it become another camera for Zoom. So once I install this software, you go to your video and then you can select a list of camera. It become one of the camera. Yeah.
What's the name of the software?
This one is called YouCam, YOUCAM.
Okay.
There are better or there are others out there. So when you search YouCam, you can compare with other tools. Because I'm on trial version, they keep popping up for me to register and pay money.
Pay.
You pay already, then
you pay first and then you pass it to Luis. Yeah.
Yes. And
Hey, I thought Singapore ni kiasu. We are Malaysia kiasu.
Yeah. No, Adino, I think this is part and parcel of being a president. So the next president must set the standard.
Yeah, Elena.
Wow.
Good for you, Elena. Nice way.
Oh, it's so cool.
Yeah.
Damn.
There's so many Elena, you see?
Oh my God, so cool.
Oh, okay.
This is the airport.
Train station.
Wow.
Oh my God, it's so nice.
We cannot have enough of you. Some more.
I cannot think I have to install now. Oh my God.
I clone myself.
You
Wow.
can be the next prime minister like that.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
I even clone the prime minister, man. So I don't have to work so hard. The clone do my job.
That's awesome, man.
You're the president.
I know.
So different tool give you different features. So these two give you this template. There are other templates you can download from the website. It's like you can make a movie and all those things, can be a director of, the next Walt Disney.
Wow. Cool.
Nice.
Elena, try other templates.
Try other template.
Wow.
Oh, did you realize I look prettier?
Yeah.
You have always been.
Yeah.
No, because I turn on makeup.
I like the wind ones.
The makeup, I make my you can have a video makeup, so I can be without.
I need that very bad.
Oh God.
I'll spend money on that.
Oh my God.
I didn't know you need some blonde hair.
Oh, really? Trust me, I need more than that, man.
Wow.
Aww.
Okay, we're starting. Yilin, yes, you can take over.
Yilin has been very quiet.
Yeah. She.
Where is she? What are you doing?
Welcome back. It's time to start after seeing all Elena's innovation.
You were speechless with her, right?
Okay, so I'll pass the stage back to our president to start it off.
No. You pass to
Kuti, hear me?
Kuti, yeah.
Okay, Kuti, the stage is yours.
Thank you. Welcome back, everyone. We are now in the second half of our meeting. Are we ready for the evaluation
Oh
session?
yeah, we're always ready.
Someone told me that evaluation is the heart of a Toastmasters education program. So without any further delay, I would like to invite the general evaluator for the evening to take over the control of the segment. It is with great pleasure that I introduce again our distinguished Toastmaster, Club Growth Director and Program Quality Director for 2020-2021, Grace Chan. Over to you, Grace.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster of the evening, Kuti. Yes, you are right, Kuti. What do you call? Evaluation is the breakfast for the champion. It's also the hallmark for Toastmasters. For the benefit of the guests, this is one of the very unique programs that give you feedback after you finish your speech, and also the different role that you have taken during the meeting. That is the way that you improve yourself for the next speech or the next meeting. I'd like to call the first role player who's going to give her feedback to the 5 table topic speaker. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome the table topic evaluator, Julie Poo, to give her evaluation. Over to you, Julie.
Thank you, Grace. Okay, let's give applause to all the 5 brave souls to take up the table topic sections. And thank you, table topic master, for such an innovative topics. And as these table topic sections, I feel that all the 5 volunteers are definitely put up their own creativity and innovate to give the speech in their own way. And most all of them are very great speakers, I would say. They are first Jim, who title is A Creative Life is Inspired Life. I felt that his voice is very strong and clear. I could hear him very clear when he gives the speech. And he also relate the speech to what he likes related to foods, how he described the chiffon and how KFC have innovated. What I would like to see in terms of the improvement that I would suggest is that, because in the online meeting, the only facial that I could see is your face, your eyes, and your hand gesture. So what I noticed that in terms of your eyes contact, you have good eyes contact. In between, when you need to think, you somehow move your head further up and look up. So from there, I actually able to know that you are actually in the thinking mode. So if you could sort of, try to not to look up, pause it, then that will probably able to see much better that the connection with the audience. And as for hand gesture, actually I saw that you move the hand towards the end of it. If you could move back a bit, then your movement can be seen much clearer. On the second speaker, John, your title is The Imaginations of Powerful. John, you actually start off with say thanks to the table topic master that you show your appreciation to her. I think the topic, you're probably able to connect it very well, and you move your position very close to the mic. And from there, I'm actually able to see you very clear, and I feel there's a connections in terms of your full face expression. But I think for your part, right, I would like to suggest that probably I feel that you move too near to the mic. Your body and your mouth is very near to the mic, and it becomes, I feel a bit of a restriction in terms of your movement, because I also noticed that you actually move your hand, but only one hand. If you could 2 hands together and you could move it further behind, that will give you a better space to move. The third speaker, Nancy, Okay, Nancy, I really felt that this round, when you give your table topics speech, it is just like an assignment speech. The speech is well organized and well structured. And this round, you actually speak very confidently. And you have a hand gesture as well when you move, when you mention that the club have actually innovate and moved to a new height. And if you could make the hand gesture movement a little bit obvious, that will actually help for us as an audience in the online environment to be able to see you much more clearer. And in terms of vocal variety, I think there's some area of improvement you can actually look into it, because I felt that the voice portion part is a little bit of monotones. And for Angela, I really like the way you start off your speech by immediately hit to the point. The title is Creativity is Allowing Yourself to Make Mistakes, but you started in a point that all of us make mistakes. Mistake, that is where we learn. So this is very hit to me as well, because each of us have to make mistake to learn. And from there, I feel that it is actually a good way to start off with a speech with this title. And it's a very, as for the, I felt that you are also a natural speaker in that sense, that you are able to go with the flow to give the speech and give a good explanations. I think I missed out speaker number 3, Natamon.
Yes.
Natamon, your speech is the comfort zone is a great energy of creativity. You immediately start with the speech with block, and how when we are having a block, then that is where it forces us to create the creativity. And as for you, I feel that you are a natural speaker as well. And one thing that I also noticed, you are actually get connected with the audience because you move yourself very close to the camera. And somehow in between, because of this is an online meeting, I'm actually able to look into your eye movement and all these things. So in a way, your eye movement can move to the right a little bit. So that is actually to show that the sign of you are thinking. So these are some of the areas that I noticed overall. All the 5 speakers, the eye contact is actually good eye contact with the audience, because I believe that you are looking at the camera to get the connection. But because of it is an impromptu speech, there's a lot of thinking effort required. So there's a sign of thinking by looking at your eyes movement. So if you could take this as an area of improvement, that will give you your speech to another level. Back to you, Grace. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Let's give Julie a big round of applause. Thank you, Julie. It's so good to see you. We were at the same time as division director, and this is the first time I'm seeing her online after about a year. I didn't see her. And Julie gave a very, very comprehensive feedback to the 5 table topic speaker. She suggests way for improvement, and she also mentioned what are the areas that each of the speaker did very well. And I must compliment the table topic master as well, Carmen. She is so creative with a powerful slide, and the theme or the topic aligned with the theme of the meeting, unleash your creativity, and also the word of the day, innovative. So all come together, being creative and innovative. Well done, Carmen, and well done, Julie, for giving such a comprehensive feedback to the evaluator. Now, the next evaluation will be for the project speakers. I'd like to invite the first project evaluator, Shumaila, to evaluate Sean Tan. Over to you, Shumaila.
Good evening, everyone. Am I audible?
Yes.
All right. So today I'm going to evaluate Sean, and this is first speech of his second project. So his topic was standing out. When I heard the topic and when I read it, actually, this is exactly what and how much I was expecting of him to come up with. I really liked his opening and his speech, the way he explained all the 3 principles that could make us even better speakers. I like the word even better speakers. And then
I really liked these principles. Actually, they are really applicable. They have good value, be likable, be noticeable. All of the three things are really very practical and can be implemented in our daily lives. I also loved how well he explained the principles, and then when he shared his experience of his workplace, his personal experience of his workplace about all those newsletters, etc. Because we are always appealed by the personal stories. Well done, Sean. I really liked your the overall pace of your speech. There are only two things that I would like to highlight that can be improved, according to me, and I would really like to see you with those suggestions implemented in the next speech. So the first one that I would say is, yeah, body gestures are great to deliver your message more nicely, or to leave a better impression of your speech. Body gestures are important, but overdoing them, they make us speaker. Like when you were here, you were quite confident and you're fluent as well. But your hand movement was quite rapid or fast. What do you say? And your neck was also, you know, if you are able to do it the next time, just try to settle down and then use your hands and your neck or face movement a little more meaningfully, right? And then your conclusion, I always feel that our conclusion, actually, it's not what I feel, it is how it should be. Our conclusion should be the wrap up of our whole content or speech or whatever it is, a piece of writing. So I would just try to make you attentive towards that. Like you could have a conclusion that could be, therefore, whilst there is an abundance of advice out there, no need to reinvent the wheel. Just be valuable, reliable, and noticeable. That's how it could have ended meaningfully, according to me. And then here is my conclusion of this evaluation. That is, it was an excellent and well cemented speech. We really liked the message, and I loved the tips that you had given to us. And I really like to take them home with me. Actually, I'm inside my home already, but I'll keep them here. Okay. And then, yeah, then I would love to see you with even more tips for us to have those, to highlight other areas to be more, to be able to stand out a little more. And yeah, try, because your next speech hopefully will be evaluated by me. So let's, I would like to see you with the suggestions that I have given you be implemented in your next speech. That's all from me. Well done, bravo. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sumaila, for a very thorough report on your evaluation to Sean. And I believe, Sean, you have taken some message or some suggestion by Sumaila to improve your speech, because this is your first speech for feedback. And with the feedback given by Sumaila and your next speech, it depends whether Sumaila is going to evaluate you again or another speaker. So what you can do is, another evaluator, what you can do is to show the other evaluator what Sumaila have given you the feedback. Now, for the benefit of the guests, the feedback is very personal. Each of us will have different views on the speaker. So depend on the speaker whether the person wants to take away the message that given by the evaluator, because some of them are really valuable to you personally, or some of you may choose not to accept. So it's very, very personal. So depend on the feedback or the message given by the evaluator. Next evaluator I'd like to invite is John to evaluate Eleanor's speech. John, over to you.
Thank you very much, Grace. Okay, just one moment. Let me pin the timer. Okay, let's see if I can pin. Oh, I can't pin the timer.
Sorry, you cannot pin, but I will give you a warning when the color change.
Okay, okay, got it.
I can do a bell.
All right. I have a dream, I have a dream, I have a dream. Wow, your dreams woke me up for my daydream. Good job on that, Toastmasters Elena. Two things that I really like about your dream. The first one is that charisma. You spoke like a true politician, and you may actually consider becoming one in the next general election. I think it's coming very fast. All right. What I really like is that you had a strong and powerful vocals, and it portrays that you have that commanding feeling when you give that speech. And the effect on me when I listen to your speech is immediately I felt inspired, and I felt that I want to follow what the message of your speech was, which is to realize my dream. Now, the second thing I like about your speech is that you had a personal story. And by your personal story, you sang a song called Row, Row the Boat. And when you sing that song, you had a soothing, motherly voice. Row, row, row your boat. Yes, and that voice was so relaxing, and it was slow, and immediately it reminded me about my mother. So, good control of voice, good control on vocal, coupled with your personal story, that was indeed very well executed. Now, Toastmasters Elena, your speech was beautiful, and let us explore the possibilities of making your dream even better, like Honda, the power of dreams. And with that, I have two humble recommendations for you. The first one is that perhaps the power of pitches. When you say, I have a dream, first time, it was powerful. Second time, I have a dream, it was powerful. The third time, go low, go slow. I have a dream. How about you? That is the part that we want to establish the emotional connection. I felt that if you had done that, your message would have a greater impact. And the second recommendation is I felt that you could have added in a call to action, because at the end of the day, we want people to do what you tell them to do in your speech. So for example, you could have ended with a powerful quote on dreams. For example, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't burn for your dreams will burn away. You see, when you give a quotation like that, I felt that it would have more impact on passing your message to the audience. So all in all, Toastmasters Elena, you had charisma and you had a personal story, and room for improvement. If you add in a pitch and a call to action, I find that your dream would be a more powerful dream. And for encouragement, keep practicing every day, Elena, and hopefully my speech can be a guiding light to shine all the way in your journey to be the next world champion. Back to you, Toastmasters Elena.
Awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you so much, John, for a very humorous, inspiring, and motivating evaluation. And Alina, I think you feel inspired by John's evaluation. Now, some of you may know or may not know, John is one of the contestants or winners for our speech. So you can see the way he did the evaluation and also the way he speaks. So he could be one of the example for some of you to emulate to become one of the great speakers. So thank you so much, John, for your evaluation. Now, Toastmasters having meeting or deliver a speech online is always a challenge because you have very limited space to show your body language to even stand. That's why I always hear feedback from a lot of evaluators that when a speaker delivers speech online, the disadvantage is always you cannot see the bottom half of the body. You only see the first half. So somewhere you are limited to give your hand gesture, or the only thing that you do is your facial expression. So it depends how you're going to make full use of the position that you stay. So I think this is one of the things that we need to look out for, being able to speak and communicate and also connected to the audience through the virtual meeting. So it's a challenge, in fact. And I like the way that Elena delivered her speech because she actually stand up and deliver, and you can see the first half of her body. Thank you very much, Elena, for the inspiring speech as well. So now I'd like to call upon the third evaluator to evaluate a high performance leadership project by Adino, can I invite Toastmaster Sherry to give her evaluation to Adino on the HPL? Over to you, Sherry.
Thank you, Grace. So, start with a spark and end with a bang. You walk the walk, my friend Adino. You really did start with a spark and end with a bang, and therefore you had our attention, at least mine, captivated throughout your entire speech. I want to talk about how well you did these things and then hopefully give you a couple of ways to innovate to do them even better. So start with a spark. I seldom would think that PowerPoint would be that start with a spark moment, but you did it so well. Usually I wouldn't like to see an entire email, but the way you read that email really brought it to life, and I immediately started to see the personality and exactly what was happening in your workspace. And then you showed us the whole team, and I could really get to know the team. So I was really brought into a very personal level to what your project was all about and what your team was about, who you were working with. And then you talked about specific accomplishments, even right down to how they spent their money. But you talked also about how things moved along according to your agenda. It was check, check, check. So with start with a spark, I have to say, absolutely check. You've done that really well. You handled, your anecdotes and stories were really, really well done. Ending with a bang. How each person spent their prize money was just something that wasn't necessary to add in, but so added value to it for me, because it was like, yes, you were personally engaged with this team. I thought it was that your takeaway was brilliant. Strong starts and strong endings. So let me show you a couple of ways I think you could be even stronger in your start and your conclusion. So this is a HPL project, which we almost never see. And so I'd love a little bit of insight from the HPL perspective. Like, this was a whole guidance committee that was showing you exactly what you were doing, and you had a setup of a mission. This wasn't just any old work project. This was your high performance leadership project. So I'd have liked to have seen kind of how that all played in, because it's the first time I've seen a work project be used as a high performance leadership project. So as a Toastmaster member, I'd love to see a little bit of how that worked. And then as you come to your conclusion, so here's just an idea, but it isn't always about the winning. If you lead us down this, tunnel of, oh, poor Adino, his team didn't win, and then you twist it, but cha-ching, it feels so good when we do win, then you can transition to, and the real winning is about what I learned from this project. And you really articulated that beautifully. I learned from your high performance leadership speech. I always learn from you. Friends help friends learn, and you do that so wonderfully, and for that I really appreciate you. Congratulations, soon to be distinguished Toastmaster Adino. Back to you, Grace.
Thank you very much, Sherry, for very inspiring evaluation. No, it's not easy to evaluate a Toastmasters who's doing his high performance leadership project. It's a tough one. I was trying to understand what Adino is doing for the project. So maybe I can also add a little bit of points like what Sherry said, the guidance committee. Okay, maybe you should show a little bit of appreciation to your guidance committee. How is your learning journey? I thought that'd be something missing from Adino's presentation. Appreciation to the guiding committee. Who are they? Perhaps you can mention a few of them. You know, that would be good, because I think they could be also suggesting certain ways to achieve your project. Now, I want to congratulate you for having a winning team for the project. I also noticed some of the project may not be a successful project, or they did not get the result that they wanted. But it's all right, because high performance leadership project is not about the outcome or the result of the project, but the most important thing is your learning journey. What make you learn through the journey, how it actually develop your leadership skills to manage a team, how you face the challenge and how you overcome the challenge. I think that is the most powerful learning journey that we can experience for the high performance leadership. Just want to share a little bit, my high performance leadership actually took me a year to complete. It was a very challenging project for me because due to unforeseen circumstances, the project was delayed, but I managed to complete it. So this is the most important learning experience for me. Never give up, be persevere, and achieve at the end of the result what you wanted. So it actually grew me to become a better leader to who I am today. That is the most powerful learning journey I've ever had. Now, as the general evaluator, beside the evaluator I also have another group of technical evaluator who support me as my role for my general evaluator. So I'd like to call upon the technical evaluator. Oh yeah, I forgot. You're supposed to vote for the best evaluators.
Yeah. Yeah, so we'll launch a poll. Give us a second. Anyone can help to assist to launch a poll?
Okay.
All right.
Up already.
Can I proceed?
Yep.
Yeah. So I'd like to call upon the first technical evaluator, the R counter, Toastmaster Raja Indra, to give her R counter report. Over to you.
Good evening, General Evaluator Grace Chan. My report for this evening is starting with the Toastmaster of the evening, Kuti Biazit. She had 5 ums and 2 ahs, which is considered very good considering how much she spoke for the evening. President Louis Yat had 5 ahs during the start of his speech, but when he did his president's address, he was very consistent with very few speech crutches. There was only 2. Next was the table topic master, Carmen. She was very passionate, and throughout that, I didn't catch a single R. Table topic evaluator, Judy Poo. She had 5 R's. She had a couple of you-knows and the. Now, next is the table topic speakers. Number 1 is Jin. He had 2 R's. John, he had 4 R's and 1 Natamon had 2 R's. And Nancy and Angela, both of them had 0 R's. No speech crutches from them. For our general evaluator, she had no speech crutches that I could catch. Next were the assignment speakers. Sean, only 2 R's. Elena Teo, throughout her passionate speech, 0 R's. And Adino as well, 0 R's. Shumaila, she did well through the whole start of her evaluation, but towards the end, she had 10 R's because she was, trying to think at that point. John only had 1 R, and Shari Moima had 3 R's. That's all for today, Toastmaster evening. Grand Evaluator, back to you.
Thank you very much, Raja Indra. R counter, you are a good listener. That's why you're able to catch, what are the speech crutches by each of the speaker and also evaluator and even role player. I catch a few speech crutches from you also, Raja. Okay. Now, next, I'd like to call upon Robin, the grammarian, to give his grammarian report. Over to you, Robin.
Thanks, Grace. So good to see you tonight. Here's my report for the grammarian's perspective. For the word of the day, and how I wish that the word of the day had been creative, because you guys just use that word so much instead of innovative. So for the word of the day, Louis, 3 times innovative, you used. Kuti twice, Grace 3 times, Carmen once, Jean twice, John once, Nancy once, Angela once, Sean twice, Elena 4 times, Adino twice, Julie 4 times, Shumaila once, and Sherry twice. All right, moving along. What I want to highlight then is For misused words, there are just a couple. The human's imagination should have been the human imagination. Has taken us so far, should have been, has taken us so far. So many technology, I think technology can't be counted. So much technology, or just technology will do. Am I pronounce your name right? Should be, did I pronounce your name right? Every day could have been better with every single day. Deepen our hearts in friendships. Friendship doesn't have a plural. It is already plural. Moving along with incorrect pronunciation, that caught only one. Nowadays should have been nowadays. Poor sentence structure. Now, there are just a few. Have really innovate, should have been have really innovated. How many has imagined, should be how many could imagine. Dating era, I think dating is more descriptive with dating days. And strong and powerful vocals, should have been strong and powerful voice. But overall, I think a lot of people in this area needs to concentrate and hype up a little bit of the usage on present tenses versus past tenses, because I think there's just so many floating left and right. I couldn't pin them down individually. Overused phrases. I like this one. The Lee families. You know the Lee families? It's like actually, really, immediately, financially. So, so there is one that really went across the ceiling. We had more than 100 actuallys being used. And more than half of them was contributed by one single individual. Thank you very much. The other one, there's really was a close second, running in close second to actually. More than 50 to 60 reallys were done, were being used. Now I'd like to move on to excellent phrases and words. This is great. Excellent phrases. Firecracker of a leader. Kuti. Now, without creativity, you would have pasta and tomato sauce. I like that one. Be valuable, be likable, be noticed. Life is but a dream. The crooked place be made straight. Did they blow the competition out of the waters, or did they blow up their leader? Empathy largely helped charge the weather. The anatomy of our journey brought the email to life. A spark at the start, a bang in the end. And if you don't burn your dreams will burn away. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Robin. Yeah. It's good to see you. Finally, you joined a Toastmasters club.
Yes, ma'am.
Well done.
Sorry
I know,
for it. Yeah.
I know, Robin, when I was, when he was working with Berjaya Interpac Pacific. So Lily, I'm so glad you joined as a Toastmasters. I believe that it will help in your career, what you're doing right now. All right. Being a grammarian is not easy. You know, you only had 3 minutes, and I know that Robin overran a little bit, but it's okay because I think there are so many good words, good usage, or there are so many areas that all of us can improve in terms of tenses, in terms of word grammar and all that. So I think it's all right. We always call grammarian the English teacher of the club. So thank you very much, Robin, for such a detailed report. Thank you. Now, of course, I think we overrun a little bit. I'd like to call Jyoti to give the timers report. Over to you, Jyoti.
Thank you, Madam General Evaluator. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, this is my report. The SAA started the meeting sharp 7:30. President's opening speech, allocated time 15 minutes. Time taken 16 minutes 30 seconds. Toastmaster of the evening, allocated time 10 minutes. Taken 10 minutes 58 seconds. Toastmaster, table topic master, Carmen, allocated time 20 minutes. Time taken 23 minutes. The table topic speakers, there were 5 of them. Allocated time for each of them was 2 minutes. Time taken by Jeannie was 1 minute 90 seconds, 1 minute 60 seconds. John, 2 minutes 15 seconds. Natuma, 2 minutes 17 seconds. Nancy took 1 minute 43 seconds. And Angela took 1 minute 54 seconds. Next, we come to the assignment speakers. Assignment speakers allocated time was 5 minutes to 7 minutes each. Sean Tan took 5 minutes 16 seconds. Elena took 5 minutes 22 seconds. Adino took 7 minutes 25 seconds. We had the break for 10 minutes and the meeting started back again at 9 p.m. Then we had the evaluation speakers. Shumaila, for all the evaluating speakers, the allocated time is 2 minutes to 3 minutes. Shumaila took 3 minutes 40 seconds. John took 3 minutes 7 seconds. And Sherry took 3 minutes 18 seconds. Then we also have the table topic evaluator, Julie Poe. Allocated time is 5 minutes. Time taken is 6 minutes, 25 seconds. And yeah, then we have grammarian, Robin. Allocated time is 3 minutes. Time taken is 3 minutes, 50 seconds. Our counter, Raja Patra. Allocated time 2 minutes. Time taken 1 minute, 48 seconds. And myself, allocated time 2 minutes. Time taken 2 minutes, 45 seconds. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jyoti.
Thank you.
Thank you. Very thorough report, you know. Not easy as well being a timer because sometimes we were so memorized by the speeches developed by speaker, we forgot to time. I have experienced before, timer forgot to time the duration of each of the speaker during presentation during the speaking time. Now it's my turn now to give my general evaluation report. First of all, I would like to congratulate Pro Speakers and Trainer Toastmasters Club. You have achieved President Distinguished Club. Let's give yourself a big round of applause. With 9 goals, congratulations. Now I'm playing my role as a club growth director because I'm so happy to see the achievement of Pro Speaker and Pro Speakers and Trainer Toastmasters Club. It's not easy. And I'd like to thank Luis once again. How it started is I actually was very impressed with Kuti's speech during a speech contest. Oh yeah. Yes, let's give Kuti a big round of applause.
Oh, yes. Kuti, rapper.
Yes, I also listened to, of course, Luis' speech because Luis is also a member of MIMKL, that is where I'm from. So I was very impressed with the quality of the speeches both of them delivered and also heard so much about it. So when Luis invited me, I said, yes, I want to come and witness the President Distinguished Club. You know, I heard so much, I must see for myself, I must listen for myself that, is it true? How true or how amazing is the club quality? Now you leave it up to your name. I'm very impressed with the quality of the speeches, the quality of the meeting, the agenda. It was so detailed. Everything was done before the meeting. As a general evaluator, this is something that I'm looking at, how soon the agenda can be ready, whether there are some changes or not in terms of the speaker evaluator. So far, none, only very minor in terms of the title of one of the evaluator. And you also make it easy for me as a general evaluator to refer to your agenda, who is the speaker and who to evaluate, especially at your second page of the agenda. So well done on the preparation agenda. Now let me go back to your president. I'm very impressed as well with the welcoming speech. Storytelling, that is the strength of your President Luis. Yes. Childhood story, Walt Disney story, very aligned to the theme as well as to the word of the day. A good welcoming speech by the president is a good start for a meeting because it already set out the tone. It already inspired the audience. What's next? What is coming for the rest of the meeting? So well done, Mr. President, for a very inspiring and motivating speech. Let's give Luis a big round of applause.
Thank you, Grace.
And of course, the three speakers, really amazing, like I say, you all live up to the club's name. Very high quality speeches. I enjoy the three speeches because there are varieties of speeches, high performance speeches. The beginning of the speech about giving feedback, and of course, Eleanor's speech as well. Very inspiring speech in this, and evaluator as well. Now, table topic master already commented, also very innovative. I know Carmen is a new Toastmasters, right? Carmen?
Yeah.
Yes? Yeah. Yes, I know who you are. Okay?
Okay.
I am impressed. I am impressed with you because I know that you are not a Toastmasters before and then you joined Luis. So really impressive with your table topic session. Very innovative and creative.
Thank you.
Anybody I miss? I don't think so. I think I cover everybody. I like to make my evaluation short as well because I already give my feedback to each of the evaluator and the role player when I call their name and after each of the role that they have shared or the feedback they have shared. So that's all for my evaluation. I really enjoy myself and it's really worth spending 2 hours plus because I think you all know how busy I am as the club growth director, especially during, it's really toward end of the term and we are really chasing our numbers, we make sure that all the clubs renew, most of the club achieve distinguished, and I'm very happy that you all achieve president distinguished. So over to you, Kuti, Toastmasters of the evening. Oh yeah, I forgot about Kuti. So sorry. Kuti, I love your rap. This is the first time that I listened to a Toastmasters of the evening rapping about the history of Toastmasters. Really creative. Let's give to Kuti a big round of applause. Really, I was really amazed with your creativity. Awesome. Yes, awesome, really. And you live up to your name. You really deliver it well as a Toastmasters of the evening. You really making the meeting so lively, and you give transition also from one speaker to another speaker and also the role player. So well done, Kuti. I'm impressed with you as a Toastmaster who rap now. Kuti, the rapper. Over to you, Kuti.
Yes, thank you, Grace. I'm an auntie no more. Let's give another hand to our general evaluator, Ms. Grace Chan. Such great points for us to take away. Before we move on to getting the results for table topics, best project speaker, and best evaluator, I have a question to ask everyone. Are you having a good time? Can you make some noise or put up a... Yes. Finally, I hear some noise. Thank you so much. Now, we look forward to seeing you all again here every second and fourth Tuesday, right?
Yep.
Of the month. And come again as a guest or as a member. And also a big thanks to members and role players for the night. And before I hand the floor over to our president, I've got a lot of messages requesting me to rap again, but I'm just going to do a goodbye rap, if that's okay with you. Yes, is that all right?
Yes, anything will do.
Oh yes. Yeah. Encore.
Okay, so just one.
Of course.
You ready for this?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Bring it.
Before you
That's
leave
nice.
the room. Oh yeah, we're all on Zoom. Goodbye from me to you. Take care and see you soon. From Toastmasters.
From Toastmasters.
Thank you. Our president, Mr. Louis Yatt.
Thank you, Toastmaster Evening, Kuti. Wow, once again, let's give a big hand to Kuti. Oh my God, just echoing what our general evaluator have mentioned. This is the first time of my Toastmaster, period in Toastmasters for 5 years. I think this is the first time I've heard a Toastmaster evening actually you know, she sang the history of Toastmasters, right? And that's so innovative. And thank you so much for that. So without further ado, I would like to present the best speaker award. I will just share the screen. Okay, so for the best table topic, can I have some, okay, you guys can unmute, by the way, all right? Because it's reaching to the end. So can I have some drum roll, please, guys? Our best table topic goes to, Rippy, please screenshot also. Toastmaster John. All right, so you guys can just take a print screen. John, if you wish to. Our photographer will be doing that. Okay, then we'll proceed to our best prepared speech. Drum roll, please. Goes to none other than our area director, Adina Wong.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was a fantastic speech. And finally, our best evaluated session goes to none other than Toastmaster Sherry Wimmer.
Yes.
Wow. All right. So, Ripim, do you manage to screenshot that? All right.
Yes, I did.
Okay, cool. Remember also to save after the screenshot. Okay. So, so thank you so much. And of course, I would like to extend my gratitude to our general evaluator, distinguished Toastmaster Grace Chance, for her valuable time to be here. Can we give a big hand to Grace? All right, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
I think a lot of people.
You're most welcome.
So awesome.
I think a lot of people do not know this, but when I first joined MIM KL, after I first competed in my first international speech contest in MIM KL, it was then I get to know Grace, and she's one of my mentor back then that helped me to you know, move forward in my international speech contest. So you know, I'm so glad that she's here today, because it's always my goal to have her here, and I finally have accomplished it before the end of my term. So yes, mission accomplished. And of course, you know, I'm so glad that moving forward, Grace will be our program quality director. So alongside with Carmen Liu, who's our district director, and CY Chong, who will be our club graph director. I'm so glad that, you know, I know them personally, and I think that they are so capable, that we couldn't find anyone that's as deserving as these three individuals. And I'm so glad Grace is taking on this PQD role. I'm sure District 51 will soar even higher in the next term under, you know, all of your leadership. So congratulations, Grace. Can we give another round of applause to our
Thank you, Louis.
PQD?
Thank you.
Oh,
Thank
yeah.
you.
Big fan.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So just an announcement before I get to the, since I'm already sharing screen, just an announcement to everyone. As we, for our guests, you may not know this, but we have our pro sharing session time to time in our club meeting. So just in case you're wondering what is pro sharing session, it's because we have trainers and we have experts in our own field. All right, some of us are not trainers, some of us just are experts in our own fields. So what we do is that we give opportunity for our members to do a pro sharing session of 15 or 45 minutes or even 90 minutes just recently. All right, so this pro sharing session can be any topic that add values to our own members. And sometimes we are also opening to guests. So we have done a few pro sharing sessions. Me, myself, I've done the catchy presentation, effective evaluation. Robin has done, you know, don't just be a speaker, be a communicator. Our invited guest, Stephen Fernando, has given us a session on humor. Aside from that, Yilim also did a humor speech. Just in case you are wondering, Yilim is a stand-up comedian herself. Kuti, a voice coach, gave us a sharing on how to make the most of your voice. And we have Siwa Neswaran, which is our vice president of membership, gave us a sharing on road safety, right? Because he's a road safety trainer. So he's very safe, all right? And now I'm so glad that I'm going to announce, we are going to have our next pro sharing session that is going to be 90 minutes long.
Oh my gosh.
This is the first. I have no idea how it's going to work, but we'll see. We have done 15 minutes. We have done 45 minutes. So this time it will be conducted by Sean, who is going to share on uncommon ways to monetize your skill as a public speaker. Right, so I've never heard of this topic before. All right, so if let's and the great thing is that we're opening to guests for this session. All right, so if you want to attend this on 20th June, we're going to share this on our Facebook page. But if you want to attend on this on 20th June, it's on a Saturday. All right, 9:30 to 11 a.m. To know how you can, monetize your skill as a public speaker, then you may scan the QR code here, or you can wait for the flyer, which posted in our Facebook page. Please do like our Facebook page, Pros, Speakers and Trainers, and you get the updates from that. So once you scan the QR code or you register through our Facebook page in the Google form, right, then we will record down your name. So seats are limited, so please do register it for our members. You have a first-hand information. Please book your date. If you're available, please make it. All right, this is definitely one of a very interesting topic that I've not heard of it. All right, so okay, I will stop sharing on this. Okay, and on top of that, announcement is that our next meeting would be on 23rd of June. That will be our last meeting for my term, at least. All right, so you better not, miss it out, all right? Because I'm going to give the best speech for my term, all right? Okay,
high expectation.
Aside from that, I would like to hear from our guests quickly before I reach to my closing address. Maybe I can invite our guest, Jin. Maybe you could share with us what's your thought or your feelings of your experience today.
Yeah, thanks, Louis, for the shout out. It's a really nice experience coming back to Toastmasters again. Like I said, when I attended it first, I was a primary school kid, and now I'm a adult.
Full-grown man.
Yeah, fully grown man. Yeah. So looking at this, the R counters and all the things was actually very refreshing, especially on the comments that Judy gave me. I think those were really spot on, and I am now very much more conscious about how things are by looking up like this. So yeah, it's really thanks Kuti, TME for the night, for inviting me over here, and it's really great meeting all you wonderful people too.
Thank you, Jin. All right, we look forward to having you again as our guest. Or if let's say that you're interested, you can always be our member. All right. So moving forward, let's go to our next guest, Lisa, all the way from Singapore.
Yeah, thank you for having me. And frankly speaking, this is one of the best. Zoom Toastmaster that I have ever attended, and I'm really enjoying so much to be here. And I hope to come again.
Thank you, Lisa.
And
all right.
Yeah.
Coming, Singapore has high standard, and all right. So let's move to our next guest, Angela from Royal Premier Toastmasters Club.
Yeah, thank you very much for the invitation. I had a great time. I found it very interesting, very inspiring. Of course, the rapping was amazing. that was the cream and the cherry and the crown on it. Thank you very much. It was really fun. And yes, I very much enjoyed the session. It was very nicely conducted and very professional. I like the vibes. I really like the vibes that I got from all participants during this meeting. Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you for coming here today, Angela. We really appreciate your time here. When does your club meet, Angela?
Our club meets on first and third Thursday of the month.
All right, first and third Thursday of the month. Assume it's the same time, right? 7:30.
So we start at 7 o'clock networking. Sometimes we have mini Zoom trainings. And then we start. So it's a little bit chit chat time. to get to know each other, and we start usually at 7:30.
All right, thank you, Angela. So please do check out Angela's Toastmasters Club. I heard a lot about it, so just go do clubbing. All right. So we have Eleanor from Crystal Toastmasters Club. Maybe you could give a, yeah, you can give your feelings or thoughts today.
Hey, this is my first time to Toastmaster Club. Actually, initially I wanted to find a club near to me because I'm staying in Damanton, but got dragged to Crystal. So I hope I can join your meeting more often and learn from all the pro speakers here, because I think you're really shocked me with all your bang and all the dreams. Thank you.
Thank you, Eleanor. When does your Crystal Toastmasters Club meet, by the way?
Every second and the fourth Monday.
First, second.
We just had our meeting yesterday.
I see. All right. So do check out Crystal Toastmasters Club. I know a lot of Toastmasters from that club, and they're all really good speakers. So do take a visit on that. Let's have our evaluator number 2, John Ng. Maybe you could share out your thoughts, feelings of today's experience.
Hi, Louis. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. Well, as what they say, life is not about the number of breaths that we take, but by the moments that take our breath away. And indeed, this meeting was a breathtaking experience for me because the standard in this club is very high. I see that there are a lot of positive energy that is flowing within this club, especially for the president, Louis Yat, as expected. Charismatic, and of course a lot of passion in leading this club. And yes, definitely, it's true. And Elena, and of course Kuti as well, and Grace, and especially for every member that is in this club. So it was indeed an honor and a pleasure to be here. And this is my first time visiting this club, by the way, and truly I'm very impressed with the high standards of this club. And if possible, I would like to visit again in the next meeting. All right, so thanks a lot, Louis, for your very kind invitation. And yeah, I hope to see you again.
Yeah,
right.
And we'll see each other in the contest lah. Well, John is an amazing evaluator. He got second place in the District 51 finals, one position above me. So yeah, so he's a really strong evaluator, and we can see from his table topic and from his evaluation today, it was really stunning. All right, so we hope to, we're so honored to have him here also to show really what a good quality evaluation is all about. So we hope to have you back here. Yep.
Can I interrupt for a while?
Yes.
Yeah, I'd like to introduce to you, John is the next term TRI education lead for the Northern.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So John.
Yeah. Thanks a lot.
Introduce you first. So he is in my program quality team under the TRI team. So he'll be in charge of COT1 and COT2.
Nice.
Grace is my boss, my lady boss.
Okay, over to you, Mr. President.
All right, thank you, Grace, and congrats, John. Looking forward to that. Let's hear from Lillian.
Hi, thank you for having me today. I was really impressed by the quality and the standards of the people who were speaking. I really enjoyed the vibes as well. And really cool group, you know, the way you joke and present all these speeches. Very witty, I would say. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Lillian. Right, do join us more often, all right?
I'm actually looking for a club. I've never joined a Toastmasters before. I've attended a few sessions, and I've actually helped my previous company to start one as well, one of the subsidiaries. I encourage them as part of their learning and development, but I myself have never joined one. So I thought, well, you know, now I've got more time on my hands, I really should get going.
Yeah, we'd love to have you also if you would like to be part of us. All right. So thank you, Lillian, for your sharing. And finally, our last guest, Jivan, right? Sorry. Jivan. Ah, God, I always missed that. Jivan. Yes.
Yeah.
Hello? Yes, Jivan, you're on the mic. Yep. Yeah, Jivan? Jivan, are you there? Hello? Yeah, we can hear you. Jivan, you are unmuting and muting yourself. Okay. Let me see if I can unmute Jivan. Yes. Jivan, you have to unmute yourself, Jivan. Yep, you have unmuted. Jivan, hi. It's okay. I think maybe you could just type your comments in the chat box. All right. So we still can receive it. All right. So I will just proceed to my closing address, but I would also like to say thank you, Jivan, for coming here today. Really glad to see you. All right, to be part of our guest list today. Now, thank you so much, guys, for being here. Thank you to all our role players, our members, our guests for your time. Yeah, Jivan, you enjoy it. Thank you so much. And I enjoy it myself because you guys are enjoying it so much. I feel today's meeting is a bit different. I feel really awesome about it because today's meeting is really creative. And I think that you guys, to my club members, you guys know that I always encourage us to do things different, right? And I'm so glad that today's meeting has helped us, has not helped us, has lead us to think, right? Doing things that is doing uncommon ways, you know, in doing things. And I think that comes back to my point, right? Which is why creativity is so important, because informations are everywhere, right? And whenever we go different places, right? Nowadays, everyone is getting smarter. Everyone is getting more resources. And in order for us to be unique or to stand out or to enhance the level, we really have to think creatively. We must innovate something new and do things differently. And it doesn't matter if it's wrong, if it doesn't work, but at least the attempt to try allows us to find new ways and embark this culture of just doing things differently. And I'm so glad today that our Toastmaster of the evening has done something different with rapping. I'm so glad that our table topic master have done something different with using some really cool visual. I'm so glad our speakers have done something different today. You know, some are using some, I don't know, Martin Luther King, you know, style. And I'm really glad that we have some really quality evaluation. So I think that is the value of our club, is that it doesn't matter if it's a physical or whether it's a virtual meeting, always strive to innovate new ideas that can add value and enhance the process and the club meeting. And that is something I would like to also bring this to our next committee members who will be embarking the journey as our new EXCO team. Creativity is something that we really have to drive into the values of our club as our individual personal growth. And you know, let's continue this vision of just creating new things. And when we have that kind of value in us is when we start to expand our horizon and, you know, find something, a new breakthrough or a new ideas that we have never thought of. Right, so yeah, so that is something that I really hope to see from our club. I hope to see that everyone here would actually to think creatively and really contribute something new to the society. And with that, I would like to call, before I call the meeting adjourned, to our guests, if you are interested to join our Toastmasters Club, if you want to know more about Toastmaster, feel free to private message inside our Facebook page, or you can actually reach out to me. I will give my number here, just in case you needed it, in the chat box, all right? So you can actually text me, or you want to know more about our culture, our dates or whatever you want to know. All right, I will be there to reach out to you. And with that, thank you so much, guys. And I will officially call this meeting adjourned. But before we adjourn, can we do one last group photo? All right,
Yes,
one
yes,
last group
please.
photo for Rippy to take a photo, to take a snapshot, because
Okay.
we want another cool one. All right. So
Okay,
Rippy,
okay. Put your thumbs up. I won't put my thumbs up because just now I put my thumbs up and I didn't take the group shot. All right. 1, 2, go. 1, 2, go. Another one. 1, 2, go. All right. Okay. Let
all
me
right.
just.
So with that, we have concluded our meeting. Thank you, guys. You guys can move. Can leave the meeting room. If you guys want to stay for our virtual mama session, you can always stay. But drinks is FOC, free of choice. So you got to get yourself. All right. So with that, thank you so much, guys. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye
Bye.
bye.
Thank you. Good night.
Good
Good
night.
night.
Good night.
Good night. Good night.
Thank you. Good night.
Awesome, Kuti. Come on, rap.
Come on, can you rap again, Kuti?
Yeah. Come on.
Kuti,
Encore.
you should wrap us out. You should wrap us out.
Can we record Kuti's rap? And we make this as a pretty cool idea for other clubs.
Yeah, man. Which
like
other clubs
the-
can rap?
Okay, this is like the Negaraku for our TM club.
Rap relics.
Ooh, yeah.
Our song is a rap.
Well, I don't want to let down my fans. Since,
Yes.
Yeah!
Of course.
Oh my gosh! Oh!
This is Kuti Minaj.
Kuti.
Okay, here we
Kuti
go.
Minaj,
Ready?
Go. Yeah.
In 1924, a guy opened the door to a club we now adore. Level-hated, give me more. We're Toastmasters.
With Toastmasters. Guys, you got to echo.
Get the Toastmasters.
His name was Mr. Smedley. Get on Google for his story. It's self-explanatory. But wait, I'm TME. We're Toastmasters.
Toastmasters.
Santa Ana, California. It's global now. I tell ya, more than 16,000 clubs. Let's go hop and say what's up. It's Toastmasters.
It's
Toastmasters.
It's a major speaking hub. So come on, get on up. It's okay, give it a try. Hey, I get it if you're shy. We're Toastmasters.
Toastmasters.
Giving speeches is our mission, and then evaluation, men and women, young and old. Just make sure you enroll in Toastmasters.
Toastmasters.
Before you leave the room, oh yeah, we're all on Zoom. Goodbye from me to you. Take care and see you soon. From Toastmasters.
Toastmasters.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Oh my goodness.
Kuti,
Mic drop moment.
Can you send me the script? I would like to save in our Google Drive.
Wow.
So that this will be like our official anthem, like for the, for the next
Totally, man. Just put another stanza on Pro Speakers.
You cannot. Yeah, this has to be. This has to be shared, man. This is so good.
You also have a professional photo shoot, Kuti.
Well,
yeah.
if it means one step closer to meeting Bruno Mars, then I'll do it.
Wow.
Oh, Bruno.
So John will be going back to his club and he'll start rapping already.
Yeah, man. John, take it up north.
Wow,
Yeah.
John, are you like a professional YouTuber?
I need to get the lyrics first. Yeah, Kuti has it too. But hers
No,
is opposite.
I mean your microphone setup looks like for a YouTuber setup.
Oh, I think I have to consider a new career now. Creative career.
Good.
Wow, nice.
So where do you all meet in KL? Where's your meeting?
TTI.
Wisma.
Yeah, which part
Wisma
of
WIM.
TTI?
Wisma WIM.
Oh, is
That's
that
Institute of Management.
is that where TTDI Toastmasters Club used to meet? That building?
Same.
Same place.
Oh.
Same place.
Exactly the same room.
In fact, the current president is there. Shari Wimmer is the current president there.
Oh, of TTDI Toastmasters Club.
Oh yeah, she's an awesome president there.
Okay. Right.
But TTDI was the reason why this why this club exists. So
that's right. They're sponsored.
It's amazing.
Oh, okay. Right. Never
We're
been to PBS.
Toastmasters.
Toastmaster.
So I think that once the MCO has been lifted, all right, then fully lifted and we are back to physical, then I think we can invite John to drive all the way from Penang to KL. Hopefully.
Hey, come to think of it, after this Zoom meeting, do you seriously think you want to go back to the physical meeting? I think Zoom meeting, you can hear people rapping, but if you go to physical meeting, how to hear people rapping?
You've never been to our club meeting. Our club meeting got music one. We don't only have music, but we have rappers and more. Okay.
Exactly.
Not just
And the live rap will be even more amazing.
Yes. Yeah.
Live performance, you pay hundreds of dollars to see one, This one free
cut up our
one.
jeans a little bit more.
but I think we'll do a bit of both lah. I think a blend of
Hybrid.
Sherry is leaving. Yeah, hybrid of physical and virtual. That will be our direction lah.
Bye, Sherry.
Bye, Sherry.
Bye, Sherry.
Okay, guys. Bye from my side.
Bye,
as well.
Shumaila.
Good
Bye,
night.
Oh,
See you in the last agenda.
Yeah, your last agenda and you're done.
Thanks, Shumaila.
Okay, good night.
Good night.
Good night, Smiler.
Bye.
I was hoping, there was one thing I was hoping for today's evaluation is that I always hope that our evaluation can be, how can we do it differently? Because today I'm so glad to see so many different variation in speaking. At least Elena has shown some interesting vocal variety there, and every role player has done very well. So maybe next time in terms of evaluation, we can think of other ways than the sandwich method. So
Evaluator also need to rap.
yeah, exactly. We should rap.
Wow, I really like this meeting.
No, I haven't read that. You remember Robin shared a thick manual of evaluation? It's like a research paper.
That's to put everybody busy reading.
It's a research paper. You need to read research paper how to really evaluate.
Try the douche, sheesh, and shoes method. Yeah.
Can you share with me?
I don't know. Douche the head first.
Take a look at your research and see.
No. That was not done by my research. That was something I picked up. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That was something I picked up when I missed Char Kway Teow from Penang. Yeah.
You're most welcome.
Yeah.
Penang is a green zone.
I know.
And Penang is awesome. And I think that they have their own set of process, I think, to manage the MCO thing. So it's
we do.
Quite independent.
Great.
Okay.
Yeah, by the way, congrats at dinner for achieving your DTM.
I didn't know, I think.
Adino.
Yeah, Adino.
Hey, thanks.
For achieving your DTM.
Wow. Did I say in this club or in other club in my speech, DTM is like Dato or Tan Sri title, right?
Thank you, Angela. See you.
I don't know whether it's Dato or Tan Sri, but
bye, Angela. Yeah.
I feel quite all right.
No. But in our club, whoever gets DTM gets the privilege and honor to buy dinner for the rest.
Yes.
We all agree, right?
Yeah. Tomorrow. Okay. Who's up for it?
Delivered by Grab.
Oh my God.
So you can get platinum level in Grab, Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
it's called dinner terbelanjaan master.
Now you don't be Dato also.
Or
Malay.
maybe Dato treat makan. DTM.
Dato treat makan.
Dato treat makan.
Sorry, mama. Dato treat mama.
Okay.
Yeah. Next time, okay?
Makes sense.
Let's do that.
Always waiting.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but now I think there's for training and these kind of training sessions, physical training is allowed already, right?
Physical. Social distancing must still be observed.
Okay.
How do you do training with social distancing?
Well, that's what I saw from the poster lah. Maybe
You know, my facial asked me to make appointment. I say, maximum only 1 hour. Any place you kumpu only 1 hour.
Night, guys.
Even one-on-one.
Night.
Facial is
Night.
Nice,
Bye.
Jyoti. I mean,
Bye,
sorry, nice,
Jyoti.
Siva. Jyoti.
Bye.
Yeah.
Facial is more than 1 hour, so it doesn't make sense.
But TI haven't given us any green light
Yeah.
on meeting face to face.
Yeah, in the end, we'll
no
wait.
green light
wait
yet.
for, yep.
But for meetings, they're allowed already. What? So if your training session is something like a group coaching session, then it is within the availability. But you must have the procedure set in.
Can you wear the face shield and the face mask?
How to talk?
Well, I definitely miss talking while standing.
Okay.
and moving.
There you are.
Is it? I think I used to work from home already, right? Today I will go back to office and work. I feel very awkward. And then I need to conduct the training in the office. I also feel very awkward. And
Because you conduct it on camera, is it?
yeah. Because I think these 3 months, our company is like used to it for the virtual training. So right now it's like when I go back to office, it's a bit awkward.
Awkward.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna make a move.
Thank you, Kuti.
Bye bye, Kuti. I love you.
Okay.
I love you.
Bye,
Number
Kuti.
one fan.
Recording of
You already in my Instagram.
I record already. I made a few. Kuti, I made